Hey everyone, so I am setting this up a little differently than some of my other ones. I'm going to see how you guys like this better. I am doing a book review on the Encyclopedia of Medicinal Plants, a practical reference guide for more than 550 key medicinal plants and their uses, and it is by Andrew Chevallier. If you hear shuffling and weird noises, it's probably my dog walking around right here. There we go. So, this one here, I have to say I like it. I know I did another review on a similar type book, but I feel like no two books do the same kind of information twice, and there's always something new in them, so I'll kind of go through this, and if I can find an index. So, contents. Make sure it's not getting blurry on you. So, they have sections before they even get into the different plants of how plants work and the value of whole plants and things like that, and then the body system, and it kind of goes over things that work well for sections of the body, like, you know, digestive organs, and trying to figure out why my camera's coming out so blurry. Urinary system, active constituents. Let's see. And it goes through all these little sections where they kind of go over the history of herbal medicine. Then they have sections where it talks about, you know, Chinese medicine, and you know, there's Africa, Australia, North America. Probably goes over Native American type things. South America. Goes through key medicinal plants. And then it goes into your individual sections. And I will go to something that we've actually all heard of. Okay. So, calendula, which is essentially marigold. And it gives the official name, the other names, and then it has little tips at the top. That one tells how well it grows. It gives pictures, vivid, beautiful pictures of what it looks like. It gives additional pictures that show you what it looks like in the garden, and it will go over the basics of it, the history of it, habitat and cultivation, related species, key constituents, key actions, traditional and current uses. It goes over skin remedies, digestive disorders, detoxifying, so it'll go over the different ways that you can use it. It'll tell if it's good for healing wounds, things like that. So it'll tell you how you can use it both internally and externally. It will tell the sections. This picture will tell you that the petals are usable. And then it says key preparations and their uses, and at that point it'll tell you if you use them for infused oils, tinctures, essential oils, ointments, you know, creams, things like that, and it'll go over all of that, and then it'll tell you the page number of learning how to make the specific thing, whether it be an ointment or a cream or such. And then it'll also go ahead and tell you uses and the page that they connect to. So, like, this here, it says that calendula is also good for athlete's foot. So you go to page 304 and it'll tell you about that. So it has for each one of plants, and yeah, everything that you want to know for all the plants. And then, let's see, goes through more things like coffee, more, I suppose the less, either information they had on it or the less popular it was, they didn't do quite as much on it, because there's some of them they're only short sections instead of full pages, but you know, like watercress. Still gives lots of vivid pictures, so you can see what's in them. And then it'll go to harvesting and processing, growing them, home uses for them. Let's see, and then if I can get to the beginning of this section. So it says here, making herbal remedies, and it'll give you a basic first aid kit, obviously a more herbal first aid kit, and here's Noah's trying to show you how much she loves her bully stick. Infusions, it'll tell you how to do an infusion, which is typically with water, kind of like making tea. This is more for like root, bark, leaves, things like that. Similar as far as you want to kind of make a tea out of it. Tinctures, I think that one is decoctions, is I believe the name for it. Capsules and powders, it'll tell you how to powder it all down and then put it in a little capsule where it kind of doesn't help you out if you run out of capsules. Okay, and then it has tonic wines, syrups, infused oils, which is typically you let it sit for a certain period of time, or you go ahead and heat it with an oil, and it will diffuse itself in there, and then you go ahead and you strain out the herb, and what you're left with is a oil infusion of the herb that you used. And then there's a section on ointments, poultice, creams, compresses, and lotions, which are not even close to the same thing. I would think that the creams and lotions would be together, but who am I? I didn't write the book. Other preparations, so steam inhalation, gargles and mouthwashes, suppositories, essential oils, bath and skin washes, cold macerations, juices, things like that, and goes into all kinds of information about them. Overall, I really like the book. Whether it's a be-all, end-all, I'm not sure, but overall, I like the book very much, so here you are. This is the Encyclopedia of Medicinal Plants, and it's got a thumbs up from me. I will most likely be using this quite soon rather than later. Okay? I hope you all enjoyed it, and that's the end.